This is Shoal Lake on the Ontario-Manitoba border. For the last 100 years, this is where Winnipeg, 200 kilometers to the west, has been drawing its drinking water. The tragic irony of that is the adjacent community, Shoal Lake 40 First Nation, hasn't been able to do that. In fact, for almost the last 25 years, it's been on long-term boil water advisories. Today, that changes. The opening of that pumping station and the opening of this new water treatment plant. The boil water advisories here are being lifted. Now, this all goes back to a 2015 Liberal campaign promise to get all First Nations on long-term water boil advisories off of them by March 2021. The government missed that mark, and this comes late in Shoal Lake. In fact, more than 30 communities still have those advisories. Still, Indigenous Affairs Minister Mark Miller insists that the government is on pace to lift those advisories in the next few years.
And want to acknowledge that this should never have happened in the first place. There is no excuse that the federal government can present for any First Nation being on a long-term water advisory in a country such as ours.
As for Shoal Lake, while it's celebrating turning the tap today, it is giving credit to the federal government for providing the funding, but Chief Vernon Redsky says this was really the determination of the community that got this done.
You cannot believe the stress we went through over the last 18 months dealing with the pandemic. The commitment that we showed, the people showed on our team is beyond unbelievable.
The community is finally getting a water treatment plant. It's finally getting clean, running water. What does that mean?
Oh, it makes us feel great.
Must be a little bit
It'll be
surreal.
nice and clean now.
I grew up ever since like day one using the water that's like already dirty. So I kind of don't know how it is to have clean water.
The community managed the $30 million project and got it built during COVID. While again, the taps will be flowing here, there are questions about the future. None of this is any good unless it can be operated and maintained. There is money in this deal for training, operations, and maintenance. Everyone here agreeing that it doesn't matter if the water's flowing now, if it's not flowing in the future, none of this investment really means much at all. Cameron McIntosh, CBC News, Shoal Lake 40 First Nation.